Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Gappy. I am your biology teacher for this school year. I'm going to introduce the school year of 2020-2021 to you right now. Things have been weird, things have been inconsistent, so this is the video to help you get started so you can find success in honors biology, okay? I'm going to be available to you all year. Some of you are going to come to school, some of you are not going to come to school. That's okay. The whole class can be done online if that's what you prefer, okay? What you're going to need to do, the first thing you need to do is you're going to get familiar with Schoology, all right? In Schoology, I already sent you an email. In Schoology, you will find a unit calendar. That calendar tells you due dates, due times, and all of that stuff. In Schoology, every assignment will have a due time. I'm telling you right now, the first week will take some adjusting for some of you. I will be a little lenient during the first week, but be careful. Late assignments will not be graded. Why is that the case? Because after you do an assignment and so much time goes by, I give the assignments back to you with the answers. It wouldn't be fair for you to do them after all the answers have been released. Okay, so beware of that. Beware of due dates, beware of due times. Most due times will be around 3 p.m., which would be the end of a traditional school day. Okay, so go to Schoology, look at the calendar, pace yourself. This class is going to keep you busy. You will have assignments every day in honors biology. Okay, every day. Get in the habit of logging in to Schoology every day. I'm telling you right now. Okay, you need to be in there every day. Grades, how are they going to be done? Typical, 90% A, 80% B, 70% C over here, the typical, okay, the typical grading system that you're used to. Grading of assignments, what's going to happen? The software we're using, Schoology, I've created all of your assignments within that software. Everything will get graded within the software. So you will turn in an assignment, you will submit your assignment, and you're going to have your grade immediately. You're going to know exactly what you're getting, and when you get it right away, you'll get it immediately. Okay, so there's going to be no trickery. You're not going to find out later what your scores were. You're going to know once you've submitted an assignment. You get one try on the assignments. You don't get to open them, close them, open them, close them. Once you open and start an assignment, it needs to be completed. Tests need to be completed in one taking, just like the assignments. Tests are timed, just like the assignments, and we'll talk about that more in detail during the course of the school year or during the course of the quarter. Okay, what's important in this class? Your guide to the class are your lecture notes. You need to download the PDF, which is your lecture notes for the class. You can do your lecture notes in one of two ways. The first way, some students prefer writing their lecture notes. So what you're going to get, you're going to notice your lecture notes have blanks on them. Okay, so the lecture notes will have blanks throughout them. How do you fill in those blanks? Well, the way you fill them in, you're going to be watching the lecture videos. Okay, so let's go back to those PDFs, those lecture notes. You can download them and print them. That's one option. Some kids like to write. That's fine. And actually, the students that write notes and little things and questions, they generally are the most successful kids in our class. They do the best. The ones that write the notes, they write what's happening, they write little questions if they want to make sure they ask me so I can clear up for them. Those are generally the students that do the best. I'm telling you right now. But those notes, you can download the PDF, okay, through Schoology. All right, so you're going to click on the notes, and the PDF is going to come up as a view only. You're going to see it as a view only type of document. Below it, you'll be able to click on it, and now you can download that PDF. The PDF that you download, you can type in the blanks if you'd like. So you can print them and write them, or you can, number two, you can download them and type in the blanks for yourself. So you can have a digital copy or you can have a hard copy, whichever it is that you prefer. You're going to need your notes for everything. If you do not do the notes, if you do not watch the videos, if you do not keep the notes intact on your computer by, like I said, a digital copy or a hard copy, you're going to struggle in this class. You need those notes for the class, okay? Books. Do you need your book? You can. On this calendar that you're going to get in Schoology, I told you the pages in your book that are references. Your book goes with the class, but you're going to notice the pages aren't in order. They're a little off. So it's not like you start on page 1 and just continue in chronological order. The pages are a little off. So go to the calendar and look at what pages you may want to read or look at that correlate to those notes of that day. Okay. And the book correlates to your notes for the most part. We design the notes from this book. Okay, but there are some differences, and there are some things that aren't in your book that weren't covered that we added. So your notes will have everything you need to know. Your book can help you explain some concepts that you may be struggling with. But ideally, these videos are the savior for this class, the videos and the lecture notes. Okay, how will tests, assessments, questions be asked? Well, you're going to see how questions and tests are going to be asked. I'm going to show you during the class. How are they asked? They're not going to be the typical definition type of questions you're used to. In an online setting, if I were to give you definition questions, every one of you could Google everything and get 100% on every assignment I ever gave you. That's not going to happen. This is an online class. The questions are going to be more thinking based, which means they're not going to be so easy to just Google and get the answer on. That creates problems for you. I know you're going to be taking your tests at home. Okay, tests will be given on Mondays. Look at your calendar. They're on Mondays, and you're all going to be testing at the same time. You're all starting at the same time. You need to communicate with me when things aren't working, internet's not working, you're having problems, you're having issues. You need to stay in touch with me. Don't wait till the end of the quarter to tell me you were struggling on stuff in the beginning of the quarter. That doesn't help. We've already moved on. I've already given you back the assignments with the answers. And at that point, it is too late. You need to communicate with me as we go. And I'm going to repeat this. Tests are on Mondays, usually on Mondays, okay? We'll set a time. You all log in. Your tests are timed. Why does that create problems for you guys? Well, let me tell you why. When you're taking an online test and it is timed, I know you're going to be at home. You're going to be using probably your notes and your books. You're probably going to have them open because I can't watch you or see you while you're taking the test. So I have a feeling you're going to have materials, additional materials near you while you're taking the test. Beware, if you're looking up every answer, you will run out of time. And then you're going to realize your test score will show how much you didn't know or how unprepared you were for the actual test. So you're going to need to prepare for tests as if you cannot use your notes or your book or your videos, okay? Because the test will have a time constraint, and that will affect you. The questions are going to be thinking based. You're not going to be able to Google them all and be like, oh, I just found the answer to every question on my test. It's not going to work like that. Answers, some questions are going to have more than one answer correct. And you're going to see those on the assessments. And you're going to get a lot of practice questions on all of your assignments leading up to your test. So don't freak out about what is going to be expected of you. You're going to be tested the whole unit on assessments that are going to ask you those kinds of questions. Your tests are 50%, 50% of your grade. So you need to be prepared for your tests. All your other classwork, all your other assignments is 50% of your grade also. So your tests, that one test for the unit is half the points for that unit. So beware of that, okay? So you gotta be prepared for the tests, okay? Last thing, how can you be successful? Students who are successful in honors biology ask a lot of questions. I'm going to see you one day a week if you come to school. And if you come to school that one day a week, bring your questions with you. That's what you need to do. The problem that some of you will have is you will not be prepared to ask me questions. So what I mean by that is you don't know what to ask if you haven't looked at the stuff yet. So if you look at material, if you watch videos, if you take some lecture notes, if you don't understand stuff I'm saying, write it down and ask. Students who do well in honors biology ask the most questions. And why is that? It's because they're trying to figure it out. Your questions are going to be about understanding. They're not going to be straight definitions. A lot of you are used to the definitions you got in your earlier classes or you might have got in middle school. It's not like that in high school, and especially in honors or the AP curriculum. You're going to see questions that are outside of the box. Thinking questions is what you're going to see. Okay, so be prepared for the class. Do your lecture videos. Do them. Watch you. Fill in your notes. Think about what you're doing. Get your assignments done. And all the assignments are graded for accuracy. Everything is graded for accuracy. So remember, If you can look up the answer in your notes, for example, on an assessment like a practice assignment, you should be using your notes. Get it correct. Because if you don't get it correct, you're not getting the points. Okay? So watch the videos, write down, ask questions, think about biology, think about the hows and the whys. If you don't understand something, look it up or ask me. Email me anytime you want if it's outside of your class day, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Okay? Thank you for listening to me. Welcome to Honors Biology. I'm excited to be your teacher this semester, and I hope we learn a lot of biology together.